It's warmer out now. It's about 59 degrees. It actually feels pretty good. Turn the heat up a little bit. And we'll take a nice top drive home. You hear what it sounds like with the top down. Just waiting for the idle to kick down. Again, this is with fuse 15 pulled, so it leaves the exhaust open all the time. So if you buy one of these and expect it to sound like this, it will, but with the fuse pulled, you hear the exhaust like now under 3,500 RPMs. Otherwise, it'd be silent till, you know, pretty much you just hear nothing. You know, not like an electric car, but you wouldn't really hear much till 3,500 RPMs, and then it would open. Well, to me, that's just fake. I want to hear my car all the time. So by pulling fuse 15, it leaves the exhaust valves open, so you hear all that great sound. That was still below 3,000 RPMs. It just sounds so good. So what I'll do, I'll actually paddle shift it so you'll really, you know, hear it really well. So here we go. And again, we're not driving fast, we're just driving normal. So this would be how you would commute to work or whatever. It makes every drive just like a, you know, a fun adventure. I mean, again, it's 59 degrees or 58, and I'm actually warm in the car. It's got pretty good, like the way it keeps the wind from really coming in on you too much. And if you are going to buy one of these, I do not, like, well, I don't even think they make them new anymore, but still, I don't find this to be worth the $140,000 or 130-something thousand for a new one. I bought this 3 years old to 2021. I bought it in February of 25. February of, I think it was 25. So, and I bought it for $64,000. That came certified pre-owned with a 3-year unlimited bumper-to-bumper warranty, unlimited miles. So to me, that's a hell of a deal. I had a 2014 V8. That was rear-wheel drive. This is all-wheel drive. I had a 2000, and I had two 2016s with the V6s, the all-wheel drive ones. They're called V6Ss. They're a lot of fun. They're not super fast, but the sound of that V6 is wild sound. I don't know. The 2014, what a freaking idiot. What an idiot. What a dumb shit. Of course, you have to pull next to him and tell him that. Yeah, he's that oblivious, freaking hippie. So, anyhow, you know, but yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Now, the one thing I will say about the older, and especially if you get like an SVR, which has the same horse as this 575, they have all these, when you drive them, the V8 I'm talking about, the firecracker bangs out the exhaust. Like you'll hear this once in a while when I downshift. It was ridiculous. So that car, I love loud cars. I couldn't take it. It sounded so fake. I mean, what they do, I think they program raw fuel to dump into the exhaust, so you get all these bangs and pops. And I mean, there's a point that, you know, I like burbles, but not firecracker gunshot bangs. If I want that, you know, I'll go to the gun range, and there, you know. But in a car, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't think it sounds good. This car is tamed down a little bit. I'll do a downshift so you'll hear it do that. Here, that's a sound. This sounds like real. Like I've owned a ton of Mustangs. Some of them without mufflers and everything, you know, for the SLP loudmouths. And this sounds every bit as good, if not better. So you hear a couple little mild bangs there, but to a point that still sounds good, but not ridiculous. Now I think if I didn't pull Fuse 15, I don't know if you'd get as many of them. But this gives you an idea. You're taking a drive to work, going out for a nice night. You know, it's still a classy car, but it's raucous. I mean it. Look, the Jag, it's way less money than like an Aston Martin. But for people I've spoken to who have the Astons aren't nearly as raucous sounding as the Jag. But they have a hell of, their interior is nicer. I mean, this has a beautiful interior, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's as plush as I need. I mean, I got my heated seats, my heated steering wheel, cooled seats, really nice stereo. It's got, if you buy a 21, they come with Apple CarPlay, which is great. I really can't live without Apple CarPlay. I'm always using Waze and, Pandora or Spotify or whatever. And it's just, I like it. I just really, I'd be lost without it. And the one nice thing, what I do, I buy what's called a skosh mount. It clips onto the vent up here, and then you put a magnet on the back of your phone, and it keeps it so you could see your turn-by-turn directions. Because when you have Waze or whatever on your screen, it only gives you the next turn. But if you have it on your phone, you can hit it and you see all your turns, your next 5-6 turns, so you know exactly where you're going. The one problem I do have with this car, so when you on a sunny day, like not now it's fine, but if it's a sunny day and you're driving, you can't really see the screen. It's really that's one problem they have. They should probably put like something out in front of it, like a shade, because you really can't make out the screen very well. Now again, I'm not touching the gas. Maybe not anywhere near a quarter pedal. Maybe an eighth of a pedal, something like that. But it's just enough that you're not going to get a ticket. Going full throttle on this, it's wild, it's fast. I mean, you don't need to do that on your way to work. I mean, unless look, if you're in the street race and somebody pulls next to you, you got all-wheel drive, you can do 0 to 60. It doesn't have launch control, but it'll still 0 to 60 in 3.5, and then it'll go all the way through the quarter at I think 1150 to 123 or 124. So not slow at all. I mean, and the truth is, look, nowadays people, if you're not running 9s, like I have a Porsche 911 Turbo S. It's mildly modified. It's a 2015. It runs like probably mid to high 10s and upper one, like 128 to 130 miles an hour. Nowadays people consider that slow. But where are you going to go? This is where I'm driving. There's so much traffic in Pennsylvania, New Jersey. You're just going to lose your license or get in an accident. So I want a car like this that's fun to drive at low speed, that sounds great. And I think that, this checks that box. I got to be honest, if I had to choose between my Porsche and this, I'm going to take the Porsche. I mean, it doesn't sound like this, even with the aftermarket exhaust on my Porsche. It's not going to sound like a V8 muscle car. I mean, this just sounds like the sound you had growing up. All right, I'm almost home, and that's it.